Alright guys, it's another day out in the shop. Let me show you what we got going on here. All these parts are part of a differential sub-assembly. We'll get you up where you can see good. I got my energy drink. I'm ready to go. Let's do this. Okay, I've got all my parts laid out. Let's figure out how this goes together. Okay, these go slide together. Kind of line up the hole. Okay. It slots in here. Then the pin goes on. Okay. Pin goes in like so. And then the ring gear goes on, and that gets screwed together. So I'm going to assemble the 5 of them like that, and then I'll put the screws in. Okay, we have the 5 spools assembled now. We're going to butter up the bolts with some Loctite and tighten them down. Okay, our 5 spools are assembled, so we'll put those aside and get on to the next step. Okay, the first thing we want to do is put these little brass shims on the gear before we lose them. A little spot of grease on my fingertip will help pick them up. Come on, there we go. One, two, and 5. Okay. Then we want to put the bearings in the housing, or at least on one side. 1. Then we'll slide a pinion in. And it gets a gear. Then a gear on this side. And it gets a grub screw with Loctite. I'll finish those up and we'll be ready for the next step. Okay, so there we go. 5 differential spools and 5 pinion gears assembled. I'm gonna drink some more of this energy drink and go collect some parts for the next step. Okay guys, we got the next step laid out here. I'm going to throw up a picture in the corner of the screen, show you what this step looks like, and we're going to get after it. It looks like the first thing we have to do is put this little guy in, and there's a little half moon right there. You want to pay attention to that direction. just slide it together, maybe. There it goes. And we'll put some screws in there and get back to the next step. Okay, the 5 pinion gears are now installed in the differential housing. Now we have to add some grease to the ring gear and an end cap and bearings and put that together. So I think the best way to do it is to put a bearing in the end cap, put the end cap on the what would be the bottom, and then drop the pinion in, put another bearing on, and go from there. So I'm going to put the end cap on. I'll assemble one, see how it works, and if it works, I'll assemble all 5. Well guys, it must be all that clean living, but that went together surprisingly well, and it appears to be working. Next step is the shaft that goes through here. So we'll throw that together real quick. So I believe this shaft is what links all the drive lines together. So put a bearing on, slide that through the housing, and then another gear. Nice. And then a grub screw with some Loctite. Okay, so I got it all greased up. I use a really extreme pressure, doesn't wash off type of grease. So hopefully this will last forever, because where this is, I don't ever want to have to get back into it. The last thing to do is we need to put on this plastic cover. It gets held in place with 4 screws. It's a tight fit there. Since the screws are going into metal, I will use just a dab of Loctite on it. Okay guys, that's one assembled differential. If you're wondering, it's about 230 grams, which is about half a pound. That means the 5 of them are going to add another 2.5 pounds to this rig. That's crazy. Anyway, thanks for taking the time to watch the videos. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Okay guys, we'll call this one a bonus episode. I totally forgot to record part of it. Basically it's mounting the differentials onto the plates. Now we're going to mount these plates into the main frame. Probably just set you up on a time lapse. We'll do it real quick and be done with it. Okay guys, the differential's in, front, rear. We're one step closer to a rolling chassis. Next step, I believe, is transmission. It does come assembled from cross, but we're going to disassemble it, put our own grease in it, and then that gets installed. And then I need to buy some servos. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.